So we still have with us in the studio Barrister Mbasia, and this is one particular report which would like to hear his thoughts on, looking at what the colonial rule has been both for both Cameroons. It has been 42 years of increased unemployment. It has been 42 years of no improvement in infrastructure, 42 years with mostly absence. And specifically for Ambazonians, it has been years of marginalization, and in recent times, the recent decades, war as well, annexation, assimilation, amongst many more deplorable conditions for both Cameroons under the dictatorial rule of Paul Biya. Now, urban roads leave nothing to be desired. Youth see no hope of a brighter future with the current regime that is about to be celebrated tomorrow. A regime that has seen its youth full of life willing to die in the desert in an attempt to go anywhere away from the Cameroons due to the deplorable conditions in their own country. Aware that days like November 6th are not celebrated in Ambazonia especially, the colonial regime has deployed its unprofessional military to accompany the few feeding fat from the southern Cameroons through affiliation with colonial political parties in power to commemorate the outlawed day in the city of Bamenda and Ambazonia at large. A day that for Ambazonians hold no significance, but instead is a reminder of the years of colonial subjugation, hardship, suffering with no cause for celebration. The colonial regime, knowing this fully well, has deployed its forces to, of course, intimidate and ensure the few affiliates on the ruling party can celebrate undisturbed by the dissenting voices. But this deployment only emphasizes groundlessness of such celebration, especially in the southern Cameroons, as more resources are funneled into militarization of the colonial military that ends up killing the peoples of Amazonia. Such days only reinforces Ambazonia's resolve for recognition as a sovereign state freed from colonial oppressions and intimidation. Barrister Mbasia, would you agree with this narrative that it only fuels Ambazonia's resolve to reclaim its sovereignty and get the recognition that it deserves?
Yeah, I share that opinion, and I share it very strongly, and I'm going to illustrate it. See, if there's nothing ever to celebrate, I've said it before, on November 6th, which is the supposed day that Paul Biya came to power, but we started having the problem before even he came to power. From day one in 1961, October 1st, we have seen but just the opposite of what we were. They have destroyed our institutions. I don't need to talk about the development, because everybody in Amazonia knows that there's no roads. That's a fact. We know there are no roads. There's no water to drink. That's a fact. There are no lights. That's a fact. But if we can all promise that they'll have all those things back, but we shall not have them back until we return to our own institutions. What then are we fighting for? In 1961, for example, we had multipartyism in Cameroon, in Amazonia. The KNDP, the CPNC, the OK, and other parties. They contested for elections. And whoever won was the parliamentary system. But when we joined them, what did they do to our multipartisan democracy? They destroyed it by creating the one-party system and enforcing it on us as a system of governance. They created the list system. But did we just accept it? No, we protested. We didn't want it. And so came 1990, remember, May 6, with the launching of the SDF. We attempted to return to our multi-party system. It was just an attempt. By launching a party, it's just an attempt to get another party to compete. What was the result? They came to Bamenda and killed our people. They killed 6 of us in Bamenda. For what? For attempting to return to the to the multipartyism that we have ever had before. Is there anything to celebrate there? No. Is there anything to mourn for? Wear sackcloth? Of course, yes. Before it got to this point, I heard you talking about some chieftaincy dispute in Nguti and talk about the traditions of the people of Nguti, how succession is done.